Hi, hello, hello everyone. Hello, everybody. I see the comments. You guys, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Because I have not stopped laughing myself since this morning. What in the top? What in the court of law was happening yesterday, you guys? I really missed out. Um, it's the build up for me. And I don't think this build up was a thing of what was happening yesterday. This has been something that's been boiling under for a little while now. If you remember very well, when the Senzo murder trial resumed early this year, Mngomezulu made an announcement to the judge that he is preparing a 317 on him. Rather than cool. And I was like, what is 317? Because everybody's been asking, why is it that the defense is not lodging a complaint against Ratha, or at least a application for him to recuse himself? And I said to y'all, even if the defense did apply for Ratha to recuse himself, they first have to make that application to him, and he needs to hear them, the grounds as to why he should recuse himself. Is it biased? Is it related to the victim or related to anybody that may be affected in this case? Does he have an interest? All those stuff they would have to present to Judge Ratha. And I even said, even if they did have some kind of ground against him recusing himself, Ratha enjoys privileges, not just Ratha. I've said this so many times before that judges in this country, they can do whatever the F they want. I think I've said that sometimes. I even went as far as saying they are the gods of the courts in South Africa. I did see some people thinking that I meant the capital G. No. It was the small g, because I got a lot of backlashing, of course, from the religious community, which I understood, but I didn't mean it in the capital G. I'm talking small g, like, I don't know, some spiritual whatnot, not. And I said, I don't think that it's going to be that easy, because if you listen to the languages of judges, if you listen to the languages of judges, how they refer to each other, they call each other brothers and sisters. So now you launch whatever a complaint you may have against a judge, that same complaint or application for a judge to recuse themselves is going to be looked at by their brother or sister. Now, let's come back to our own families. Somebody comes to complain about your brother or about your sister to you in the hope that you will take some kind of action, maybe reprimand them. If you don't reprimand them, you take out them what you know and do them thing, or disown them. It's not gonna happen. These guys, they enjoy such privilege that a judge can say whatever he wants to say to you, whether it's defamatory or it is them sucking it from their thumb. You can't sue them. They're unsuable. If there is any entity in this country, it's the judiciary, you taking it to court and try to sue them, because the lawsuit is going to be heard by their fellow brothers. And what I've also noticed, this is just my observation, guys. I'm not saying it is real or is true or whatever the case is. We'll get to what happened yesterday. I'm just trying to build a foundation here of what we're going to be discussing, and how Ngomez, I love Mngomezulu, and how Mngomezulu was literally banging his head against the wall with Rada. And I knew at some point that this bubbling under, it was going to boil until the pot explodes, not just on the defense side, but on Rata too, who's been waiting for this opportunity to basically tell this defense that he despises with everything he's got for daring to put him in his place, and This guy, Ratha, has been ready. I mean, if you listened yesterday, he's been ready. Especially from Mngomezulu. He was ready from Mngomezulu, and he is definitely ready from Shololo. Whom at the end, when I looked at her, she looked a little bit like, okay, whatever I was thinking, let me take a few steps back. But we don't know if she is going to take a few steps back because it's not her turn yet. So much so, I felt like, oh my goodness, Mr. Mngomezulu is going to end up apologizing to the court, or Rata for that matter. But the point that I'm trying to make here in this foundation is that Rata is correct to tell Balo, I mean not Balo, Mngomezulu straight in his face. In fact, daring him to lodge a section 317 on him. I don't know if I heard Rata towards the end where he was advising or telling Mngomezulu that section 317s have been lodged against him before and none of them succeeded. And I was like, I remember reading something about lawyers complaining about Rata before, and I've asked myself, you are making a complaint on public platform like newspapers. I think those lawyers, that's where they made their complaints. Why don't you just lodge an application? Turns out they did, and none of them succeeded. And the reason why I believe they did not succeed is because of these privileges that these judges enjoy in South Africa. So if you ask me, are they above the law or beyond reproach? I am tempted to say yes. I'm very much tempted to say yes. Now you're beginning to understand that the whole situation about the petition just was swallowed. Nobody's saying anything. The author has been waiting for response. All of us who have signed, we are waiting for response. Will we ever get that response? I do not think so. I hope now we are beginning to see the picture of why this judge is behaving in the manner in which he is behaving, because he's enabled by some laws of this country that gives a judge such power that he can even turn around, which is kind of like ironic if you ask me, and which I still am kind of looking for the answers. If a judge or a presiding judge can lodge a lawsuit against a counsel who is before him, irrespective of the exchange of words and accusations, where Mr. Mngomezulu accused basically the court of colluding with the state. Guys, for the longest time on this particular channel, we've suspected, and I would say it, I've suspected that something is definitely going on between the court and the state. They sit together before, or they caucus before, either the day before or on the morning of, and then what you call the witness takes the stand. And it seems to me, or at least it sounds to me, that the witness is always looking to, okay, where is Rata sitting? They're always looking to their rights, to look at the facial expressions, probably that was rehearsed before they sat. Again, suspicions. I've said this several times that one is tempted to go there. One is because it's the conduct of what is going on in there. Everything seems to be well orchestrated. And then so much so that it gives the witness so much strength and power, chutzpah and bravado to even argue with the defense counsel. Because why? They know that the judge has their back. At what point does the judge have the back of the accused? Because at the end of the day, this has to be a fair trial on the accused. And I still think, and I believe, and I'm convinced by yesterday's altercation between the defense and the judge that this judge is prejudiced against the accused. My opinion. I haven't moved out of that. This is an unfair trial on the 5 men that stand accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa. That's my opinion. That's my observation. He can run as much as he wants. And for me, I always feel like, you know what, it's quite interesting that we also have a judge who perhaps even watches and listens to what's going on outside of his courtroom, because now and again we'll hear him throw shades at those that are making commentary on this particular case. And you ask yourself, but judge, you're not supposed to be listening to the noise that's going on outside. You're supposed to have your attention on what's being submitted to your court so that you can come to a conclusion as to whether these men are guilty or not guilty of killing Senzo Meyiwa. Now that I have laid this foundation, let's go back to what was going on, guys. I did not watch the whole thing because, of course, I had to go vote, and then my voting station, I had to actually travel for voting, like travel for voting. So I did not have much time of listening to everything that transpired yesterday. I just went to the clip where you could tell that this has been bubbling under forever. Yesterday was just a breaking point for everybody. And as you watch the whole altercation, there's this lump that is inside your soul that is also bursting with anger at the judge. For me, it was at the judge because I understand the power that he holds, and then he cannot be held accountable for whatever he is that he's doing on the stand. That what frustrated me. And I think this is what Mngomezulu at the end realized that, yeah, I don't think I will win this one. And he's not, unfortunately. Ratha will not, Mr. Mngomezulu will not win with Ratha. Nis is not going to win with Ratha. Mshololo is not going to win with Ratha. That is why when you look at Numalo and Ramusipili looking at the judge with almost intimidation, that's because they know that with any judges in this country, ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts, guys. I am going to put up a link. Come through. Let's talk about what was your takeaway from what happened yesterday. I'm interested to hear. And there are a lot of things, of course, that I did not see the beginning of yesterday's proceedings. The only thing that I had a complaint about is the sound. And then I remembered, oh yeah, all the good ones would have gone to the election field. I hope you voted, by the way. I hope you voted. I made my mark today. Yeah, it is. I did make my mark, and it's quite interesting that we are here one more time to determine our own future. Remember, we the ones who shape our own next 5 years as to what do we want to happen to us. So I hope you voted and did your thing. Please come through. Let's talk. I want to hear more from you guys. Control this live as you always do. While I am waiting, and let me read your live chats, and we'll continue with my thoughts, guys. We'll continue with my thoughts. But in the meantime, please let me know if I heard Ratha correctly when he said Section 317s have been launched against him before, and they all failed. And the question is, how many were they? I'm very interested to hear that. If you heard correctly, please let me know, because the sound was just terrible. I mean, my brain doesn't like things that are static, like that make noise. It doesn't follow properly. Yeah. Let's go to Rhoda. Rhoda says, I'm waiting to hear from Clantis. We are here now. Then we have Valentine says, I'm already laughing on his behalf. Call Joburg to come and testify. Oh, I see what you mean about Joburg. We need to talk about that, about this John and what Ratha said, and what Mngomezulu heard, and then what Papa Wenzanigeke Ubaloi in the midst of these heats. We also want to raise the accusations that shut up. Right now it's about Ratha and Mngomezulu. Who's entertaining you? Who's entertaining you? Shut up, your turn is going to come. That made me livid. Like, how dare you? Oh my goodness, I was so angry. Ooh, I was so angry because I knew the power that, oh my gosh. Simon says, waiting for you, Clantis. We are here already. Anthony says, yo, 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 to drink VO brandy in a tavern, stay long in your system. Hey, it was a tavern. Yeah, it was a tavern. Lindani says, hello, hello, hi, hi, what's up? Emperador says, oh, why the silence? What's up? What are they cooking again? My gosh. Swamp Sealer says, anxiously waiting Clancy's the hot altercation Mngomezulu had with Ratha amidst chaos in court. Yeah, you see, I feel like as a leader, Ratha is terrible at it because no courtroom ought to have looked in that manner that it did yesterday. There's no leadership that he showed at all. And especially when he started making threats of a lawsuit that he has the right to sue what is name Mr. Mngomezulu for defamation. I was like, that is uncalled for. Smongile says, we are not writing traffic. Oh, but Mngomezulu there. Oh, I was like, I understood Mngomezulu's frustration because the witness was evasive. And for me, the last nail on whatever it is that Balo was doing was when he re-examined the witness and changing the statement on the stand. Of course, at this point in time, the judge is back in control of the court and back in control, in my opinion, of the witness basically changing that statement on the stand. Like at that point, my hands was already in the air. I was like, yeah, Rata, do your thing. Do your thing. But what is nice about this whole thing is that it is appealable because clearly there is a judgment that is ready. The judgment is ready. This is a yeah. It was out of frustration. Whether he was what do you call this? It was rude or not rude. I feel that the traffic cop was behaving in a way that was undermining the counsel. So, what was the counsel supposed to have said when he was being undermined in that way? Maybe Mngomezulu should have said it that way. But sarcasm, sarcasm is a figure of speech. So it does not mean that that was literal in what you were saying. This is not, we're not writing traffic. But why would you be offended about, because you are a traffic cop, aren't you writing traffic fines? I'm just wondering. Don says, thank you so much, Baba Daga. Yeah, the score. The score. Maybe guys, the link. Did I post the link? Let me post it again. I'm not seeing anybody in backstage. Come on, people. Let's do this. I want to hear your thoughts about all of this. Maybe says we have a meeting. Let me go and vote them out so that the family starts with me ready. I voted out a lot of things today, one of which is in Kabi that are to come if these people come back. Unfortunately. Oh, by the way, it was nice meeting AJ, I think. AJ, are you in the chat? It was great meeting you at the voting station. I love it when the clan, when we meet and meeting at the voting station. I was happy. I was like, yes, we are doing this. We are doing this. Let's see. Zandile says, we are waiting, brother. We are here already. We are here already. Tabo Senior says, he strikes the hot rod, like, quing, and you see sparks flying everywhere. I was like, whoa. I laughed when he denied ever saying that affidavit was commissioned by a gentleman, Johan, and refused the recording replayed. Yeah, that was very interesting. That was quite interesting. even though I did not hear him mention John, I think he just said a gentleman. And yeah, something I don't, the sound was just terrible, guys. For me, it was disturbing my IQs. That old man is evil, dishonest, and shameless. Well, if anything yesterday that we've witnessed, that is how older people, like the older generation, the baby boomers, when they want to pin you against the wall, they use the seniority, they use the powers that they. You've had such old people in your own family. That is, if they existed, or maybe you grew under them. They know how to take control of something, leaving you powerless or almost powerless to a point where you either feel bad or you feel like, you know what, I do not want to be that person that fights an older person. Let me just apologize. Or you apologize because you realize that you made a mistake by fighting this older person. So there are all kinds of emotions that run across you as well as a person, because these guys, they've lived life. They have learned angles on how to guilt trip you, even though you are right. And maybe they may have forgotten some few things and few things there and there. Unfortunately for me, for a 70-year-old man, call me ageist if you want to, but I don't think I'm being ageist about my opinion. There are things I don't think that a person of 78 years, you are 2 years away from being 80. You can't tell me your mind is as sharp as you think it is. And also the way he also spoke back to Mr. Mngomezulu, telling an whole grown man who is a lawyer and telling them, I don't think you know the law. I don't think you understand what this word means. Who doesn't know what the word collusion means? You don't have to be a lawyer and bring all kinds of dictionaries. I get it. This is a court of law. You have to read both intrinsic and extrinsic meanings of the word, but he decided to go with the intrinsic meaning, meaning the literal meaning of the word, not the slang, which will be like extrinsic. Sometimes, when we talk as Amajita, we'll say, when you are colluda, not meaning that the literal sense of the word. Yeah, now he took the real sense of the word. Possibly, Mngomezulu also meant it in the real sense of the word. I think I heard him several times say, I did mean it literally. I did mean it literally. And I stand by what I said. And of course, that was like daggers just going on Ratha. And I also saw the what I was always suspecting about Judge Ratha. He did not take a position of a wise man. He took a position of a narcissist. Like, how dare you talk to me like that? That is why Mngomezulu did not hear the end of it. That I think that's another thing about narcissists. I'm not saying he is, I don't know, but the traits that he's portraying are of narcissism. And so, if it is narcissism, they never stop talking. They want to make sure you feel as bad. They will gaslight you. They will make sure by the time they are done, even if you apologize, they will still come at you. They will keep calling your name. They will make sure that you feel as bullied as bully can be. And I was like, ooh, that is not, Mngomezulu is not going to hear the end of it. When we came back from long adjournment, remember, Baloy did stand up and said, on behalf of him, he would like to retract. Uh-uh. I don't think he even had his lunch. He didn't eat anything. I doubt he ate anything because he was going through the dictionary and flipping through the dictionary like, I am going to tell this mother everything that I need to tell that is in the dictionary. And he had 3 dictionaries, I think. And I'm like, is this even necessary? But then again, from what I understand, that's how narcissists, like, you dare. How dare you? Oh my God. That to me was funny. That was very funny to me. What's up, man? What was going on yesterday?
No.
What was going on
If you
yesterday?
come to think of what what happened yesterday, yeah. we are
Yeah.
having a huge problem.
Mm-mm.
Uh, Judge Ratha, I think he thinks he's over the moon.
Yeah.
And as a judge, there's no
Yeah.
one who can reprimand him for whatever that is happening inside the court.
Right.
Now he take 167 and read it to Mngomezulu and say, "Hi, you know what? I can stop anyone at any given time. I mean, we are civilized people. We can't just
Absolutely.
stop you while you're still talking. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Even here on your platform, we wait for each other and then you explain, you listen, and then after you can get in and say yes or no.
You're right.
This is not what happened. This is how it happened. So,
Right.
Judge Ratha, number one, he's a bully. Number two, manipulator. Uh, he doesn't want to be told or be shown the way, of which we are seeing in a lot of workplaces where a,
Yeah.
a manager thinks that they are on top of everyone else.
Absolutely.
Even if you
Absolutely.
come to them and say, no, I'm having issues with my family, I'm having divorce, I'm facing divorce, can you please
They
come to my
can.
level and understand why I'm not coming to work regularly like I should.
Mm. Mm.
So uh, I'm afraid if we were ruled by Judge Ratha as a president, I'm afraid because
Don't say it. Mussolini will be a walk in the park.
you and he's that type of a person when he sees a white man. I'm not racist, but he's when you look at him, he's that type of a person when they see a white person they
Mm.
say they kneel down
Mm.
they show a lot of respect for
Mm.
white
Mm.
supremacy. And
Mm.
we are not saying we are all human. Let's treat
Yeah.
each other in a manner where we can say, yeah, that guy it's respectful to everyone else, every religion, and no matter where your backgrounds. So
Right.
yesterday I was like, where is this? I think Maumela, Mr. Maumela, wherever he is, His Majesty,
Yeah.
he's one person that I thought he was worse, but this is over the moon.
On another level.
This is another level because
Yeah.
every time the state makes submission, he doesn't even if something comes to mind. No, 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 no. Don't. I'm still talking. Don't interrupt me. No. Yeah,
I
nah,
see that. I see that. I see what you're
yeah,
saying. But this one left me powerless. Like everything I've got was on the floor.
mm,
Where Nisi, I think it was Advocate Nisi, stood on objection,
yes.
and Baloy was on the floor,
Hmm.
and he had the audacity to tell Nisi that you need to listen to the states. It's on the floor. Let him finish. You don't object. You have to
Exactly.
let the. I'm like, how many? I want to do a compilation of Baloy interjecting, and then the defense sits down and listen to that objection, then get up and say, I don't understand what this objection is about. And then Rata is like,
Exactly.
no, 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 it's not done that way when it's the
I,
defense.
and I think, Mr. Clentis, if you can
Mm,
have a video where you compile a state defense from I think Titi Toban and advocate Tefo
mm-hmm,
fighting with the judge
mm,
Maumela to Rada, you will see that there's something that these people are hiding. And uh,
mm,
thank God the public, even on Twitter, I was reading Twitter yesterday. I was like, out of 80% tweets that I've read yesterday, they were
mm,
against Rata. If they are saying Rata, maybe Team Rata can say, I know Rata, he's right. he knows his law, he knows where he's standing, he's not easily shaken. We understand it. But why, as a judge, don't you sit down or don't you take a time to
Reflection.
listen? And even when you object, are you really sure of the objection that you are? Because there are a lot of times where state, Judge Ratha interject only to find out to say no, but the person was not going that direction that he's thinking. He
Right.
doesn't listen for those type of things, and that makes this case a mess, and he's
Yeah,
making it worse.
yeah, it's traits of a narcissist. Apparently, narcissists, they don't listen.
Yes,
They want to be the right one. They always want to dominate over you, especially when they
yes,
realize that where you are going to might expose them. They block you, like they
exactly.
stand in the way. And then if you persist, that's when they use their power to shut you up.
You,
Like, I'm the judge. I make the final decision. When I say
I'm
no,
the
it's
judge,
a no. You understand?
and
So
and yesterday, Baloi, judge is on fire. Baloi stand up and say, "No, we are accused of." I was like, this guy.
you know, if I could open the screen and go like, "Shut up," and then put it back on, I wanted to.
Get out of here. I was like this guy is an opportunity. Have you ever seen in wrestling where people fight, and after when they are fighting and one gets injured, and then the other opponent use that opportunity to count down, to make sure
Mhm.
that the person is out.
Yeah,
That's Baloi for me
yeah,
yesterday. Baloi,
yeah,
he saw that a a judge is boiling,
yeah.
and now so Mushonolo stand up to say no. I have a question. I have a question. I He comes again and say, no, can we take a long adjournment? I was like, what the flies?
Mshala made the mistake of saying it's a question arising from what the court has said. And
Yes,
then Baloy, to manipulate the situation, he jumps and says it's 4 minutes past one. I'm like, before we've even went as far as quarter past one, why few minutes after one when you want to go to a long adjournment? Is because
long
he
adjournment.
wants, I think he understands that what kind of a person he is. He wanted to follow Zurata, like when I go in your chambers, come back even more, so that this woman changes her mind from asking whatever question. Because if you
Exactly.
listen to Shololo's question, I don't think that's what Shololo wanted to ask in that way that she did. Not the
Yes.
way that she did after the long journey, because she read the situation and thought, I don't want to get burned. I don't want to get burned, so I'm just going to ask this question and sit down.
My
No follow up
my
questions. I felt like there should have been a follow up question, even though she said it's one question.
yes.
Because I had several follow up questions from the question that Msholo asked. And I was like, she doesn't get burned. She doesn't want to get burned.
And my always that the question that I'm having in mind. Uh, okay, I can see that SABC, or let me say other media channels
Right.
are not showing or telling the truth when they report on this case anymore.
Yeah.
And they made sure that the likes of who's this guy, uh, this lawyer analyst,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Whatever. Yeah, I see that guy. I see.
that guy, he's no longer being questioned around Senzo trial. He's
Oh,
now commending on AKA case. They make interviews for him for AKA, yeah, to comment on AKA trial.
that's interesting.
And I was like, this guy, first time when he came and at Ratha, he
Yeah.
told him. he told he told the truth on the national television that what we're seeing in Senzo Mewa trial, the judge messes everything up. We don't know whether it's intentional or he already knows something that, you know what, let me just do this because I know I have to do it because I've taken something, or I have allegedly so I have been bribed to say, you know what, this is how you're gonna handle the case, and write your judgment there and there. Because we are seeing that the public is being misled here.
Yeah.
How can you have a police officer saying, I've seen the crime happening in front of my eyes, guns being exchanged in front of my eyes, and still in a police uniform and in a police van to say, I was going to buy a booze for these guys.
Yeah.
I went out to go buy a booze for these guys. I hand out my gun to one of my cousins that we were sitting
Imagine.
with, and there's
Imagine.
nothing happening after that.
Mm,
Fast
mm,
forward, after Zungu's bombshell, how Mr. Gininda's bombshell with Kelly Kumal. All right,
mm,
the judge admits the confessions. After
mm.
admitting the confessions, they were supposed to go and arrest Ukelu Kumal because, according to the judge, and even yesterday, he was saying, no, yeah, this evidence that was brought in court is the evidence that the court believes that it is the right evidence. I was like, this guy,
Judgment.
what,
That's a
what
judgment.
police are crumbling, You ask this question, no, I don't know. Comes back, Mr. Baloi, Mr. Inject objection comes in, and then the witness to say, by the way, you remember Mnisi? I think Mnisi said something that, why is Baloi objecting at the same time? Is
Yes.
he coaching? Is he coaching the witness
Yeah.
on how to
Yeah.
answer me? And
Yeah.
you
The
judge,
day before yesterday. Yeah.
yes, you judge, you are quiet and you saying nothing. You don't reprimand the state to say no. Wait for the counsel to finish.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Baloi, he can interject. He can do. He like his role is free.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
Mushololo last week was complaining about that the state is using, or is having a tendency where always interject while the counsel is cross-examining, and that's not the procedure. And now,
Yeah.
after that, it acted like Mushololo is being disrespectful toward the judge, and she doesn't know her grounds as a counsel. And I was like, a
Right.
lot of people, why are you doing this to Mushololo? Mushololo, she's the officer of the court. She knows the procedure. Even Judge Ratha, he knows the procedure of the court.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, it's crazy. Elsie.
Hi,
What's
Elsie.
up, Elsie?
Hello.
Hi,
Hello,
hi.
Glenn. Good
Hey.
evening. Oh,
I see a smile on your face. That means you're much better than
I
us.
made it. I made it count, guys. I made it. We can only hope for a better South Africa.
Good, good. We all did. We all did.
Guys, where were you? Ngithe lezi ndaba zizophola zoze zibande. Oh my God. Can you imagine if it was a defense that kept on bringing the new evidence? What would
Wow.
that court be?
You
That
just
will
hit it
not
on
be
the
the
nose.
end of it.
Why is he allowing it? So this means this is endless, guys, because Baloyi is going to continue. Even on Monday, he's going to bring even after the Vodacom person, he's going to bring somebody else and add on. Why the judge is allowing such crap in his court? What are his seniors? Doesn't he have a boss that can call him, because surely if you are employed, there's somebody higher who can say, hey, stop your nonsense. This is never done in the court of South Africa.
But didn't he say something about when he came back from a long adjournment? He said something about Judge President. I said what to him?
You say what?
After a long adjournment,
Yes.
Ratha said something about Judge President saying something to him. I didn't hear it because the sound was just terrible.
Maybe he has consulted during that break, but I don't think it went to his way. You know, they're against him. Whoever is against him, I mean, we are not stupid. You know, South Africans are not stupid. How can he explain the voice, what he said himself, and he denied that one there? How can he explain that? To South Africans, to the guys that now they're already convicted. He has already convicted those guys. This is not fair when it comes to that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand why he just doesn't cut the umbilical cord and let everybody out of their misery once and for all. And
This
just
court
drag
is
this. We
supposed to be. Yeah, he's supposed he has closed this case long time ago. There's a lot of mistake. Eh?
Yes.
Okay, this one of the cell phone now. Which detainee that keep a cell phone for so many months? Eh? A high profile. Eh?
A high profile, nonetheless.
He believes them. He believes Baloyi. He believes the state. How can he? We're going nowhere. I'm telling you, well, thanks God there is something called appeal, because that's the reason why there's appeal here. You know, for judges like this, because he is not fair. He cannot accept something that was commissioned without a date. I can see everything. There is no date. How do you accept that in court? What if it was done that morning? Huh? How can he prove that?
Because Mkola is sitting there, apparently. I was shocked to hear Mkola is in.
Bayabhala, yabona manje, they're cooking. This weekend they are cooking. They are putting aroma to what chakalaka and everything. You will see.
Come on, Elsie. Wouldn't you cook as well after when you realize now for sure that the judge is has your back? You'll go and cook yourself. You will make sure that
I will just consider my job this time, because your credibility is gone. All of them. Baloyi, the judge. You know, somebody must say, no, let me save myself here. Let me save myself. Let me come out of all this. This is crap. How do we feel? This means that everyone that was arrested, it doesn't mean that those people, when they got a judgment, they were, you know, they were right. Most of the time, these lawyers are going through this under these judges. We are seeing this because we are alive.
Looks like it.
Look how frustrating it is.
Yeah, it's sad.
Sometimes you get the best lawyer, best legal team, only to find that at the end, but you know, just because they find you next to, or because they've been paid brown envelopes.
Yeah.
South Africa, our country.
I still have that lump in my throat, that anger, you know, that one that you don't know what to do with.
Hey.
Yesterday.
I know. Do you know that day, I never even eat that night. I went to buy coffee. I stopped drinking coffee. I don't want coffee anymore, but I saw myself going to the shop buying coffee. I drank it.
You know when I voted this morning, what was on my mind? When I voted this morning, I forgot about load shedding. I forgot. All I could see in my head was a rat.
I know.
All I could see was him. I'm like, damn it, Wena. I know. Oh my God. We can only pray, you know, for the appeal to be successful, which I know it will be successful. If somebody else, another judge, is listening to this crap, and I think this is the last time that judges, after all, it's 9 judges I'm sure we'll have either a unanimous result
Yes.
or at least majority in favor of what
No,
you call this.
Judge Ratha smoked his socks on that day. He smoked his
He
socks.
was ready.
Oh my God.
He was just waiting to be triggered. Mngomezulu triggered him.
He
And
just dropped his professionalism. Bwah! He forgot that he's a judge. He forgot his position. Then I thought about the Shibin, you know. I said, oh, this is a Shibin judge, by the way.
Patricia keeps running away. Patricia, what's up?
So bye.
Every time I want to go to Patricia, she leaves.
No. Shame. I feel sorry for those.
Morning, that's all was on my head this morning. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I made sure that my ex did not go like maybe considered as a mistake and the ballot is. I made sure like in the new government when they come, one of the things that they need to look at. I think they just need to change the minister of police. They need to change the minister of justice.
The whole system is rotten. Look at Kininda. Can you imagine one day maybe Kininda is a judge one day? We are finished. We are finished.
That will be the day I also become a politician.
By the way, the reason why JP told him not to lay charges, because JP knows his mistakes. He's got so many mistakes there.
Yeah.
They will be revealed. He will lose whatever if he went there to report this. But by the way, what is he gonna say? This guy did, because all the defense advocate Mngomezulu is asking. He said, no, I'm not going to accept this. Because first of all, it's incorrect. He says, I'm just a defense. I'm not the right person to query, to check the authenticity of this document. So you must check it if it's authentic. So he failed to follow the procedure. Instead, waboka ngolaka.
This man, I'm telling you, he came prepared. He knew that Mngomezulu triggers him. He knew Mngomezulu triggers him, and he just wanted to follow Mngomezulu to a point where Mngomezulu is going to say something, and then he's justified in how he's going to treat Mngomezulu thereafter.
But then that question of Advocate Mshololo, he asked the guy, were you there when this document was commissioned? You remember he said, no, I was not there. Is it right? I thought it's supposed to be commissioned at your presence.
Yeah, because the commission is to ask you. I've commissioned many papers before, and the commission has to ask you maybe one question or two questions before they put their signature and a stamp and then send you your merry way.
It's invalid because it was done. He was not there when it was done. So Judge Ratha must go and sleep. He must go and sleep. We're finished. South Africa.
I want to say something to anybody that's going to try and correct me. I understand the separation of powers, that the executive cannot interfere with the judiciary, but the judiciary and the executive do consult each other.
Yes.
And if all do that consultation, this case needs to be put on the table. Otherwise, why would in the opening of parliament, the judiciary is invited as a wing of government? So when anybody comes and say, hey, we're trying to thank you, got it.
Did you see the policeman went to Baloi after everything to shake his hand? Did you see the court police? And they were laughing. I was like, hey? Hi. What smile, Baloi? He was smiling.
It reminded me of the days. Remember the days where politicians will fight in parliament and then us on the outside kill each other?
Yes.
It almost felt like that, like, we've been on each other's throats because of this police officer. And
my goodness. You know, we don't mind if those guys are guilty. Let it be that they are guilty, but follow the procedure. Do the right thing. Be fair to the defense. You know, do not frustrate and bully the defense. They are not free wherever they are. Each time they are coming to court, they are saying, "Oh my God, what are we facing today? Oh my God," you know.
I know. I mean, you. I also be. Yeah, it is sad. It's sad. We wake up every morning going to work. And you have to ask yourself, what day am I going to face up with that old man?
That's not fair. Oh no. Oh.
You can go to work with a spirit to say I'm going to work, but as soon as I'm opening my phone and it's
Huh.
it's senzo me what trial,
Right.
you know you pissed like before an hour goes off, you
Mm.
know you get pissed. And
Chai.
this is in every mind of South African to say, where is everybody? Like, where is the black lawyers? Where
Mm.
a judge like what is happening in the United States with the
Mm.
R. Kelly case? You can see
Mm.
that R. Kelly doesn't have he won his case, but the thing that he's facing that side is racism against
Mm.
black people. So come to South Africa with Senzo Mewa case is totally nonsense. Where a
Mm.
judge can listen to and the people like Zungu and say,
Imagine.
"Hi, this guy is credible." You can't credit after Zungu statement. If you are a judge with 50 years, you could have said, "You know what? This is not a playground. If you want to
Yeah.
play, guys, go else." But I cannot allow a police officer just because of he's a police officer that I can take this nonsense out of my
Mm.
court. Like they
Yeah.
did
Mm.
in because
Yeah.
they're saying that there's an accused who was arrested in KZN. They took him to court in KZN. Then the judge in KZN and said to them, "Go away with your nonsense. This is not a
Yeah.
place where we come and test me."
And
Mm.
And want to
I feel like these are the things
like
that the defense as well need to look into. Like Mbata's case, they need to
Mm.
look into
yes,
that individual in Pietermaritzburg who the magistrate, no, this is lies. I feel
yeah.
that needs to add weight
Mm.
in their
You can tell. This
accusation. Because Baloy stood up and said, yeah, we also want to submit the accusation. No, let's bring Mbata and let's bring that gentleman
Mm.
and say, the reason why we are accusing the state is because of these facts.
Yeah,
This,
I'm afraid
and
this is not going to end well with this
on
defense.
the
I'm telling you.
yeah.
Mm. It's not going to end
with the
well.
case
They will
that Mngomezulu was asking this police yesterday. He's saying, "What do you know about J50?" Then he say whatever he's saying, but he said to him, "Do you know the names of the J50?" Because it said that the names on the J50 aren't the names of Muzi Gakulela Sbia or
Mm,
Ntanzi. It's someone
mm,
else's names. So
mm.
how can you authenticate the arrest if the address number 2 is not corresponding with the person that you have arrested?
Right.
And in Tembisa, there's no Vusumusi hostel or a Vusumusi section. There's nothing. So
Is
how
it?
can you authenticate such arrest?
Mm.
Wow.
So
There is no such.
it shows
Ah,
there's no
shame.
Mngomezulu told the guy yesterday to say, "Do you know that Vusumusi was section doesn't exist in Tembisa?
What?
It
Yeah.
doesn't exist. There's
Can you
You
imagine?
know what
on
the guy is saying?
Did you hear? Did you hear the story of the BMW yesterday? The
Oh, I
BMW.
heard the white
Which,
BMW when he was in a
oh
Nissan.
my God, which was denied.
He
And
was in a Nissan apparently.
yo, my God. Into
Okay.
zotwanile.
He knows that Mngomezulu is going to request the AVL to
Yes,
prove his denial that he crossed borders and went to
yes.
Northwest, and
It
yet
went to Northwest.
saying he was there. He even took me to the doctor. That one who's everything.
You know, the judge is just justifying his brown envelope here. And he knows if this case goes to appeal, you know, these guys they will be found not guilty. And
Mm.
he's gonna say at the end of the day, I have
I
convicted
did my
them,
job. Yep,
you
I did
know.
my job.
Yeah,
I
I
did
did
what I
mine.
promised.
I did.
Yeah, that's
Who's
how it feels like to me as well. Like, what if there is something sinister behind the scenes? He is definitely working for it, and he is
Yes.
going to deliver as per the mandate.
Yes,
Because
yes.
this
No,
doesn't make
no, this
sense.
is clear.
Yeah,
If it's not like that, he has to prove it to us that this is not it is and tell those guys, Puma, awunacala.
yeah.
Accuse number one, Puma, awunacala.
But then
Bonke.
I felt that the threat that he threw at Mngomezulu, that he has the right to sue. In my mind, I was like, please lodge that lawsuit so that Mngomezulu can prepare his defense and then show the litigant court that the
Yes.
reason why I felt or I think or I believe they are colluding, look at this, and that.
And that,
Take
and that,
you through
yes.
a character, or is it a character prosecution? At least character prosecution in the civil court, and say, this is why I believe there is no judge that is not sober in their head watching all of that and say, your application is dismissed on the grounds that what Mr. Mngomezulu has presented before this court does
Yes.
seem to be.
Yes. Yes.
But let's not forget that our judge attends 17 Soweto, right?
Huh?
Our judge attends 17 Soweto. So
I'm telling you, that day, I'm sure Ubekhabulile, something he took that day, and he also smoked his sock. There is no way. Yo. The credibility went zoom down. I was like, is this a judge or the tavern boss?
My hands were in the air. I was like, whoa.
remember,
No, but then I'm serious about
No,
the
you can
lawsuit.
show your
You
frustration.
have the right to the judge, lodge it.
let's remember that. Let's remember that slogan of you must be sober like a judge, right?
Yeah. Ay, sana yiko lona. Mina
Out the window when
ngiyacela
he says they attend taverns and so there goes the say he's sober like a judge.
amathatha aphelile sebebhoka ngolaka manje. Bacasha ngolaka bazi ukuthi bazomxosha kanjani uMngomezulu.
Oh
Yo.
my God.
No, I felt so bad when he was ignored, when he was told, no, you can't say anything again. Each time you want, can I say something, my lord? Can I answer? Yo.
You know, it made me feel like we were in a dictatorship country where a lawyer, a whole council cannot submit something to the court simply because the court has the powers to shut you down. And that's it. That's it.
He says, no. How does he feel? How did this guy went to bed that day? How did he go to sleep? How do you come back to work? Your clients, he made you small in front of your clients.
That was not democracy.
That was not respect.
Maumela yesterday when he said, no, I'm not allowing you to say anything else. You remember when Judge Maumela reprimanding this guy, Titi Tobani, saying,
I didn't watch that trial.
Allowing you to ask any more questions. I'll ask another question, not that one. I've made a ruling. And then
at least because I can improvise my question.
Yes, Titi Tobani goes like, your lordship. Your
lordship? Yeah. I remember. That's Duma. That's Duma, that Lapo, but this one, that judge was a better judge, I tell you. He was a better judge. Maumela, was a better judge.
Even if he was biased, but not like this one. This one, number one, he knows everything. Number two, he's an expert. Number three, he was there when all these statements were drafted. So you ask yourself, are you here to help Senzo Mewa case, or are you here to help police keep their jobs? Because Siso Mewa's brother told us that this is orchestrated, and you will see that this is orchestrated. And allegedly, Kininda stole a statement in 375. That is not my words, it's Fisomega's words. And now
Yeah,
we 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 listening to the Mewa family submission, and on the other ear we listening to what's happening in court, and it clearly shows you that these people don't have a case. They
mm-mm.
they,
Mm.
they go they go
Yeah.
along searching and
Yeah,
investigating. You can't arrest a person and having their phone for 6-7 months in their pocket and
because
doing
they're not,
nothing.
it's not charged,
If
and
he was
also it's
another
not,
judge that does not smoke his socks, that judge
yeah,
will say, bring all those people that were in that house, let them all come here. Eh?
yep,
Yes,
Why cannot he call every witness that is there? You must just watch and see when the defense finally brings their own witness. Let us see how
yeah.
he's going to defend this witness, this witness, this witness. He
But
must
we know
defend.
we already know what's going to happen. We know that
Woo!
Banda is going to hold a dry bone the entire 3 days, and the judge will
Yes,
not say to him, "Listen, this question has been asked and answered." And
yes,
no matter how many times the defense is going to stand and say, "This question has been asked and answered," he's going to say,
yes.
"He's just going to keep quiet and say, continue, Mr.
He
Sibanda."
will allow
But
them.
then
Yeah.
the defense who wants to know something thoroughly, the
Hmm.
question is it's already asked and answered. What more must he say? He said he wasn't there. I don't get. Yeah. Anyways, for me, I've already observed. I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, but from the books that I've read about narcissists, here we have
Sure,
one.
action. No, he's sick. He's
Here
sick. He
we have
doesn't deserve that
one.
seat. No, he doesn't
Yeah.
deserve that seat. I don't
Did
even
you see
know.
when
Are
he
there
was
no
banging
judges
his
in South
chest?
Africa? Hmm?
Did you see when he
Why
was
must they
banging his
take?
chest about 317? He
They
was
must.
like, yeah, 217s have been launched against me before, and they never succeeded. Yours is not going to
Ooh,
succeed either. I'm like,
ooh, did you
whoa,
hear
bro,
that?
calm
Yeah,
down.
he's already done, meaning that he's telling us that I'm done with you people. This thing we're doing is just a waste of time. Hmm?
I think
To me, he was saying,
and
I am beyond reproach. That's what he
Judge
was
Chai.
Ratha
saying.
was presiding over I think Feast must fall, the guy who was fighting for Feast must fall.
Yeah, I see
He
him.
was
Yeah.
presiding over the case. And
Oh,
as a person, oh, he was talking about 1976. Hey, this is not apartheid era where you can vandalize buildings. Then the accused is saying, why is the government caring about a building, not caring about the future of the young people?
yeah.
And, that is very true. You can't
To
care
the
about
onion.
the
Mm,
property of the country. Let's care about, let's take care of of young people. Let's give them this to make sure that the country's future is clear.
right,
They will make mistakes because they are bad, but
right.
eventually we will do the right thing.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, well, guys, we can talk until the
Well,
sun rises tomorrow morning because, yeah, hey,
thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank
I am. No,
you.
it's me who's thankful. It's me who's thankful. You guys always come through for me. I appreciate that. Patricia, where are you?
Amatlati,
Patricia.
amatlati aphelile hakusekho ukuta. Uyayazi lo ngoma sizoyicula sooner or later.
All
Bye.
right. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks. Thanks, man. Always. Thank you, bro.
Sorry
Thank
about
you.
last time. I think last Sunday I got cut off. I think it was literally,
Network.
but
Yeah, it was your network.
today,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure.
Understandable. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, guys. Thank you so much, Elsie. Thank you so much, Mev. Patricia, every time when I was about to come to you, then you pull out. But anyways, I'm sure on Sunday you will come through. I appreciate you guys so very much. Where is Benzo? Benzo, I was hoping you come through, bro. You were quite popular on the comment section, and I agree with everybody. You were so clear. You painted a picture that we all saw, and it was very clear. I was hoping you come through as well today. and say something about what happened yesterday, what your thoughts were. And of course, I'm sure there are many other of you guys who could paint a perfect picture of this is the best that we could do as well with what we witnessed. Of course, with me, I watched this morning, not everything, but what I witnessed in that courtroom, unfortunately, that was not leadership. Unfortunately, I did not see a judge that is doing things in the best interests. Uh, as far as I'm concerned, he could have. Yes, I'm not going to say he didn't swear to uphold the Constitution, blah, and all that stuff, but the behavior to me, it did not scream leadership. I'm so sorry. Instead, it created more me, mine, and I understand I'm the one who only knows this, and on the everyone else doesn't know anything. That's what it gave to me, unfortunately. And I don't know. I don't think we are going to see any changes anytime. I'm foreseeing a worse judge than ever after what happened yesterday because at least he got to burp the authority and the power that he holds by even telling the defense that you can launch whatever application you want to launch against me. It's not going to work. And excuse me. And I believe it's not going to work. I believe him. It's not going to work because everybody seems to be giving him the leeway to do as he pleases. Nobody's bringing him together and saying, but listen, you are in the arena. You shouldn't enter the arena, but he's there. And come on, we're observing this. We are seeing this play right before our eyes. Is that how a judge is supposed to behave? I don't think so. I just don't think so. It might be his style, but that style, it's entering the arena. And Mr. Mngomezulu is correct to say that you enter the arena, and then when you are being pointed that you are now inside the arena, you become impatient. And then when you become impatient, that's when you use your power as a judge to shut everybody up so that you can freely be in the arena. How is that fair to the accused, whom we already believe that, no, they did not kill Senzo Mewa. Let's go to the house, the Kumalo house on the 26th of October 2014. Those people that were there with Senzo Mewa, one of them pulled the trigger. One of them did. But anyways, let me quickly read the live comments and then we call it a day. We'll see each other again. Valentine, lol, loved it when Mngomezulu reminded the witness that he is also Zulu by saying in disguise, hey Baba. Innocent says, hi clan and the whole clan family. I'm just going to read through, guys. I'm not going to, I hope I don't expand on your comment because I always do that. Lechobana says, waiting for you since yesterday. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Dombekaya says, guys, can I ask on what channel you watch the senior Mewa case trial? I'm not quite sure. Please elaborate as I come towards your, I don't know, what channel? Oh, okay, now I get you. Now I get you. I think I saw it on SABC, but they did not have quality equipment. Not the equipment that you are used to, because that's where I believe I saw it. SABC, yeah. The quality of the sound was horrible. I think they were using one camera because it was not interchanging with angles and things like that. Anyways, Mishak says, please go straight to the point. Sorry, bro, you are on the clan. On the clan, we talk. If you don't like it, guess what? There are gazillion of us on the platform. If you are a little bit impatient and your attention span is this small, that's got nothing to do with us. So please, if this is not your type of platform, please be free. It's your democratic rights. So you're not going to tell us how to run this channel. Sorry. Particularly says, hello, clan family. Missed you, clan. My son, how are you? Particularly so good to see you as well. Thank you so much. Onika says, can you please switch on the sound? I can't hear you. The sound has been perfectly clear because before you you go on a live, before you actually go onto this is called studio. The backstage, you have to go to bars. When the bars are green and they go up, that means the sound is good. So maybe it's your device that may have an issue, not mine. Please do check before as well on your side. Nobody says, I missed so much of what was said. The quality of the audio was atrocious. Yeah, it was also disturbing my chain of thoughts as well. As I was watching, I was more like this. You know, like styrofoam. You know, I hate the sound of styrofoam. It almost sounded like that to me. It was just disturbing me. And I was trying to penetrate with my ears into that sound. It was just terrible. Pumzilla says, hi, Clancy, Seminanje with Ratata. I'm up to here. Our justice system is finished. Yeah. Well, hopefully, with this, there'll be changes. Domikaya says, hey guys, on what channel? Okay, I already read that. It was SABC. Sihaulelo, sorry, I'm so sorry. What is surprising is when did Ratha have time to go through dictionaries and sections when referring within and how you know when you are angry, and especially when you're a narcissist, you see red. Kulisani says, hey clan, how's it, bro? I'm very well. I hope you're good too. Ratha was put on his in his place. Mngomezulu spit him on his face directly. I will sue you. You are in Dubai. What's up in Dubai? Kulisani. Yeah, it was quite interesting to see that. John P says judges were impeached before. Yeah, I did hear him tell him that actually judges have been impeached for drinking and being drunk and whatever you not, and then Mngomezulu is accusing him of something worse. And I agree that collusion is a serious allegation, but to threaten the counsel for that, I think he should have just proved to Mngomezulu that he is not colluding, rather than when you to me it was like, oh, is it a guilty heart that's talking? And I was like, please lodge that application so that Mngomezulu can prove in the civil court that you are colluding. Lindy was said, or allegedly colluding. Lindy was says, I nearly missed the live. Thank God. Oh no, you were right on time at 5:10. Mrs. Dawkins, hi, Mrs. Dawkins. I did see your comment on my other channel. Thank you so much for that encouragement. I'm still gonna get back to that comment section. Let's all hit the like button, please. Thank you so much. There's 354 of you guys. Please press the like button on this before you leave. Ngoza says, I also suspected way before Mngomezulu putting it on record. I think anybody with a logical mind can actually make that. Are we really? Is this what I think is happening here? That type of situation. So that is why one is tempted to say there's a collusion. Nonjola. Mngomezulu hit alive. He did. That nerve is like, and pulled it and twisted it. And he was not happy. He was not happy. Noza says, Ratha has confirmed many things that were not said by witnesses. Yeah. Particular says, Clan, I love Mngomezulu from the moon and beyond. Even if Mngomezulu made an apology, the message was received, which made him bring dictionaries to court. Wow. I know that strategy of, because sometimes if I'm not a person that likes to fight, I will apologize, but guess what? I burped. I burped. Omega says, now I beg to differ. Cool. It depends on who. Depends on who are the brothers and sisters presiding over the complaint. Look what happened to Judge Ratha. And yeah, I wanted to expand a little bit that because sometimes I feel there's politics that also plays one way or the other. That is why then the Shoppers and Wala, the Matata. You remember is it Matata, the one that knocked the wall drunk? They should go after. No, I agree with you. I agree 100% that it does depend. But in most cases, because I'm sure there are other judges that may have been in trouble before and lawyers lodged, what do you call this, applications against them, but they'll be protected by their brothers and sisters, that type of situation. So yeah, you differ. I admit. I accept. I accept. Kulisani says Mngomezulu yisilo isilwane. Oh, yisilwane. He told the elephant to put down its tail. Nice metaphor or idiom, actually. Noza says, I was disturbed when the judge said you could take it on appeal and laughed, which then means the judgment is written a long time ago. That's what I also, because this is not the first time he said this. And when you say something like that, that means the judgment is ready. You already found these people guilty. Sakane says, he's the apartheid judge. You have to fear them like a lion. I'm with you there. The things that probably they learned from that regime and the tactics and stuff like that. That is why sometimes I do not trust older people, especially the baby boomers, black baby boomers, because I feel like there are things that they've learned from that government, and now they're just dismantling democracy and utilizing those tactics to deal with us and the rest of us. I don't trust them when it comes to many things. I don't want to lie. Whether they are police, judges, especially in the legal situation, because a lot that was learned from the apartheid government. And if you look at the police, those police officers, they were police officers since the 1980s. So now I don't trust many of them, unfortunately. Mzansi Tabo says, but surely Ratha now know that someone is aware of his doing. I don't think he cares though, hey? He has gone to a point where he just doesn't care no more. Noza says, please like the video, guys. Thank you so much for reminding everyone. Stephen Peterson says, yes, Mngomezulu advocate, therefore, is proud of you so much. Yeah, standing up for himself like that is incredible. The real Papandu says, how can Rata admit an affidavit that is questionable? I think he was just getting back at Mngomezulu. The emotions. Emotional intelligence don't exist by the look of things with Mr. Rata. No date stamp and no force number of the police who commissioned it, affidavit commissioned in the absence of who wrote it? I don't know. I have no idea. No surname of that Mr. Johnny. Very interesting. And Baloy say it was signed by whatever. It's very interesting. Noza says Baloy, the pathological liar of nodes, arose to object. Hey, that part just it made me my blood boiled. Like why, bro? Why? Then we have Jim James who says, so always remember there is no school of judges, but they are appointed lawyers. Yeah, I agree. Unlike the magistrates, I think magistrates, there's a school of magistrates in Pretoria. I think I've seen it before. So him thinking he knows more than other lawyers is fooling himself. I agree with that. Rather attended law school, so is Mngomezulu. And the fact that you were saying to Mngomezulu he doesn't know the law, like, really? Not to say he can sue him, but it won't change the fact. Everbot says, he said, do that 317, then we will see if you succeed. Yeah, apparently, from I think what I heard him say, that it never succeeded on him before. 77KDN says Rata has let it known that he has JC's backing. I think that's what he said after the long adjournment, didn't he? That Mngomezulu can go nowhere if he goes further. And that JC has influence at this case before it is concluded. I think so. By the look of things, it does look like the JC may have Rata's back. We can scream to the top of our lungs. That petition is also not going to go anywhere from the look of things. Princess says, hi, clan family. I'm Christian and I don't hate people, but I hate Princess, why are you doing this to me? Okay, all right. What is doing? I get what you are saying. You don't hate the man, but you hate the actions. I get you. I get you. So say, how can a statement commissioned in his absence? Everything is wrong about this case. Everything. Murphy says, here we go again. Definitely. Lindiwe says, Rata Upuma Sol, Upuma Silwe. Yeah, and I'm telling you. That's why I think Ramos Sepili is like, I'm not that person. If he was closer to Mngomezulu, I bet you he would have grabbed him with his gun. The man has anger. Akahlulwa yena. Like really, the things that he was demonstrating, honestly. Smongile says, as the judge listens to outside voices, he must watch AKA case a court case and learn how the judge is supposed to conduct himself. Mona says, I don't even want to look at the judge. I get sick. Yeah, you mean I really did get sick this morning. I was like, I'm getting about to know. Lungisa says Ratha is not above the law. He will eventually come to his position. Mngomezulu is willing to risk his career for the accused. No one would do that. Absolutely. Well, anyways, it is what it is now. Mudiridi says he said JC advised him not to press charges. Oh, a lot of big fish involved in this case, in this court to defend the perpetrator by all means. Who are the perpetrators? Yeah, who are the perpetrators? Because the man that's then accused them, I'm telling you. Margaret says, I want it. Usually, I don't like political party name mentioned because we're not about that. But anyways, it is what it is now. The governing party, I'll just say that. Ubuntu, I didn't vote for them, and the reason is a ratachar. We stand together. 77KDN says colluded is the right word under those circumstances. Judge was working with the state to get an unfair advantage. The word applies. Rata, being a drama queen, chose his own meaning to suit himself. Mario says, I wanted the governing party to know Uguti. I didn't vote for them. I got you. Okay, guys, your comments are a lot, and I gotta run as well. I do have another live too. I'm on a 30-day, I'm left with 3 days. Today will be 2 days left from the 30-day challenge that I set for myself. So I need to prepare for that one. But I am so grateful to each and every one of you that's submitted. Thank you guys so much. Busiso Nyambe, Morrison, Nyamana, Aurelia, Pele, Anthony, Viogazi. Thank you guys so much. Londi, Sean, Tandy, Sarah, Mrs. Ayasha, Peppercorn, what's up? Peppercorn, I hope you're good. I hope I remember when you used a name, a political party thingy. I think when I deleted it, the automatic, I'm just confessing to you because I like you being here. I think it put you in the naughty corner for like 48 hours because I couldn't, what do you call this, get you back, but I saw that YouTube brought you back. I don't understand when you delete a comment, it puts the user. I'm like, no, I didn't want to, but I literally. So I'm just letting you know, to be honest with you, that that's what had happened. Because indeed, I don't want political party names mentioned on the channel or campaigning on the channel as well. So we'll see. So thank you so much, Ignatia, Noza, Mrs. Ayasha again, Dada, Tandy, Noni M podcast. What's up, Faith? What's up, girl? I saw your DM earlier. Then we have the real Papa. So thank you guys, all of you. Thank you all so much. Let me check if there was any super chat or super thanks or super sticker anywhere. No. Okay, because sometimes you guys do, and I see it in the what you call that thing. I see it in the YouTube studio, and I feel terrible because I could not say thank you to whoever did. Cynthia R, I see you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. All of you. Chuku, thank you. Yolisa, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, there are none. Guys, I have to go. Thank you all so much. I'll see you on Sunday. Sunday, it's our day together where we relax and do something like this. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. I shall see you on Sunday. Sunday. Unless Ratha on okay, no, we're not seeing him this tomorrow, Friday. And then of course it's the weekend on Monday. It's gonna be hot again. Bye guys.